Hello everyone and welcome to Monza for round 9 of the GT300 Championship here at vrroom.org, and we are on the reverse grid race, which usually provides incidents and accidents aplenty. You can see to the top left of your screen is the starters gantry overhanging the track, where Race Marshal / it will be getting the race underway, and hopefully we won't be troubling him too much in this race. We'll have a quick rundown of the grid, which is the the reverse of the finishing order of the previous race, and that puts Hatcher on pole in his RX-7. Second on the grid we have Ginobili in the Subaru. Third on the grid is Scouser in his MRS. Fourth, this would be Slicker in the first of the Celicas. Fifth is Rick in another Celica. Sixth is N10 in an RX-7. Then we have Malada in another RX-7 and yet another RX-7. This is Jordan. Then Stuntman, and finally bringing up the rear after winning yet again is Scalebreaker. No race 42 in this one. He's decided to have an early night after a bit of a scrappy previous couple of races. So we'll get on with the action, and what we're going to do is ride on board with Hatcher, who has jumped the last couple of starts. So let's see if he can get a good start this time. And he has actually started at the right time there. Bogs down slightly, and that's Ginobili's four-wheel drive Subaru coming past. It's quite a reasonable drag into turn one, and here comes that Scouser. Oh, Scouser early on the brakes, then he comes off the brakes and runs off the track at turn one. And we can see Scouser rejoining after cutting through the bollards, but that puts him down to last. But at least no damage done to any of the cars, so we're now coming under pressure from N10. Oh, he just nudges the back of us there, and N10 loses speed, and now he's under pressure from Rick as we come into the Rogers chicane. Whoa, big sideways moment, and Hatcher just about made that, but lost a place to N10. So Hatcher down to third. Rick is behind us, and behind him is Malada, who's had a good start through the second Lesmo. Oh, that sounded like he went in there at the wrong gear and just understeered straight off the track. So bad news there for Hatcher. We're going to ride on board with Rick. We'll have a focus on Rick, who's in third place. Running a little deep into the first part of Ascari, but no real damage done, and it's still Ginobili leading. Oh, it's Ginobili in the lead now from N10. Yeah, still leading Ginobili, but he's a sitting duck on the straights, and there goes N10. And Rick is in this as well. Rick trying to go around the outside of Ginobili, and oh, he's off! Oh, and Rick deep in the gravel, and that's a shame. Meanwhile, we're going to go on board with Scalebreaker. Here we go, and he's just past Jordan, I think. Again, another couple of places with people going off. Stuntman ahead. As we come down to turn one, Stunt's having a look on the inside. Oh, and just nudged by Slicker, and Stuntman spins, and that takes Scalebreaker out. So it's all gone horribly messy for the three MRSs in this race. And oh, there's incidents up ahead. Ginobili has picked up damage there. We need to replay that, find out quite what happened. So this is on board with Ginobili, getting the slipstream from N10 as he comes down to the Retafilio. N10 gets it wrong. Oh, and that's hit by Slicker. Slicker's nudged off by N10. N10 rejoins. Sorry, Slicker rejoins. Oh, and we've got a yellow flag. N10 hit the brakes. Slicker stopped suddenly, and then Ginobili ran into the back of Slicker, and that's given Slicker damage. Meanwhile, we're on board with Scouser. Oh, and Jordan braked very heavily ahead, and Scouser just about stopped, and Stuntman went into the back of him, and Scouser's now stopped. Oh, in reverse, now going forwards again. No damage done to Scouser's car, but the second incident under the yellow flag there, and oh, there's a third incident under the yellow flag as well, Scouser has obviously lost his temper with Stuntman and wiped him out. Stuntman with engine damage is going to have to pit. Scouser somehow escaped major damage in that. Not quite sure how. He's quit. Yeah, Scouser's quit. So we're down to 9 cars now, and we'll fast forward a bit. Got 2 guys in the pits, that's Jordan and Stuntman. Right, so this is on the rear wing of race leader Malada. He's been given the authorization to restart the race at the second Lesmo, and we're looking back at N10 and Slicker. Genovi in 4th, followed by Breaker, Rick and Hatcher. So just been through the first Lesmo, coming up to the second one, and here he goes. And a good restart by Malada there. Got a reasonable bit of ground on N10. But N10 flashing his lights, and N10 has got a massive slipstream. I suspect he's not running much downforce on that car. He's trimmed the wings back for straight line speed, and N10 through and into the lead. And all the cars running safely through Ascari. You see little puffs of dust in the background. We're going to go on board with Rick, who's just been passed by Stuntman, so Rick down to 9th. He had that off early on, threw away a good position. Stuntman having a look at Jordan into the Parabolica, but doesn't make the move. But Stunt with a good run on Jordan, so we go on board with him. And there's a car off. That's Scalebreaker. Scalebreaker's gone off, and I think he did that on his own. You don't get many of those to the pound. In fact, let's rewind and go on board with Scalebreaker, because that's a collector's item, that is. So here we are through Ascari. We're right on the tail of Slicker, nicely placed in the slipstream. But Slicker is also picking up a good slipstream from the cars ahead. So going for the outside pass at Parabolica, and a great pass, and oh, just a little wobble there. Don't quite know what happened, but fortunately he did that right at the very last part of the corner, which means he didn't have to go through too much gravel when he resumes in last, but still pretty much in contact with the rest of the field. Meanwhile, this is N10. Here he is coming under attack from Slicker and Malada, and it's N10 from Slicker. Malada down to 3rd, and under pressure from Genovi. Let's have a look at that. There's Genovi running around the outside of Malada, and Genovi up to 3rd, but back down to 4th again as the slipstream swaps from one side of the track to the other. Through the Rogia. All the field still as one, 9 cars, all very close together, and Slicker is having a look at N10. Oh, 2 abreast, Genovi and Jordan that was, and that slowed them up. And here comes Stuntman passing 3 cars. I'll rewind that, because let's see what happened. Here we go. Right, so this is on board Stuntman. He's having a look at Hatcher into the Roger, but decides against a move that would probably end in collision. Genovi is defending in the black Subaru. Jordan is is threatening him. You see Ginobili defending again as they come up. Jordan's going to run around the outside through the second Lesmo. That slows them both up. Hatcher is on the right and he's kind of boxed in there, and Stuntman just slipping past on the left, and thank you very much. 3 positions gained. Meanwhile, we're on board with Slicker in 3rd place. Quite a lot of damage on this car, but that's not quite so critical at this track, where you spend a lot of time absolutely flat out. And Slicker getting a good slipstream from Malada, and he's having to think about it into the Parabolica. Meanwhile, we're going on board with Scalebreaker, and that's Hatcher. No, sorry, that's Jordan. Oh, nearly knocking us off the track there. No damage done. Meanwhile, on board with Stuntman and his rear-facing camera, and Stuntman's lost the toe from the 3 leaders, and that means he's coming under big pressure from the cars behind. Oh, Jordan coming out of the slipstream and nailing a couple of cars there, I think, and Jordan, it all gets a bit robust through there. Jordan drops back down to 6th, and here comes Breaker past him. More contact between Jordan and Breaker. Stuntman bump drafting Rick, I think, there, and they're all coming down to the Roger at the same time. Jordan and Stunt side by side, Hatcher and Breaker side by side. And Ginobili just faced with the wall of cars. Oh, huge sideways moment. That was Stunt. And that's allowed Jordan to resume that battle, or rejoin in front of that battle. Meanwhile, the first 3 have been caught by Rick. So we've now got Malada with a little bit of a gap. This is his rear-facing camera. You can see he's just eased away slightly. This is Slicker's rear-facing camera, and you can see a whole cluster of cars. Oh, sideways from N10, sideways from Stuntman. Through the back straight, and there's cars off in the background. Oh, several cars off, and Breaker was one of those, and Ginobili as well. So we'll rewind and have a look at that from Ginobili's point of view. Here we go, and oh look, there's 3 cars side by side ahead, and they all bump into each other, and Ginobili absolutely wiped out, completely innocent in that. But I think I'll have another look at that, because see if we can work out what happens. Jordan slowed up a bit by Stuntman, and that allows so Jordan's on the left, Hatcher in the middle, and Scalebreaker on the outside. And you can see that Hatcher turns in here, hits Jordan, bounces off, and then fires into Scalebreaker, who's pushed off the track. And Scalebreaker, not too much damage, but lost a lot of time. And oh dear, more temper. He's driven straight into Hatcher there to show his displeasure. But really, that was one of those things. I mean, 3 cars through Ascari side by side, not going to work really. So we'll fast forward again, and in the pits we have Scalebreaker and Ginobili and Hatcher, the 3 cars involved in that incident. Slicker deciding to stay out, keep his track position with his heavy damage. So we're on board with Breaker as the field closes up, ready for the restart, which will be at the second Lesmo again. So it's Malada leading once again, this time from Slicker. So all 9 cars in formation, and there he goes. Malada just dropping the throttle just before he reaches the second Lesmo and gets a good exit. Slicker coming under pressure from N10, and we know N10's car's fast on the straight. Here goes N10, but it's going to be tricky going around the outside into Ascari, and he thinks better of it. Meanwhile, on board with Stuntman and Rick and N10 ahead, and there's a whole gaggle of cars here. We're going to ride on board with Scalebreaker. Here we go, and Stunt just ahead, Rick to our right, and N10 just ahead of those. And Rick throws one up the inside and collects N10 and Stunt, and Scalebreaker passes 3 cars. He inherits 3 positions there. Rick is still going without any damage, so he's got away scot-free. Maybe lost a couple of friends. And we've got another yellow flag. N10 in the wall, and he's picked up damage and pits. Stuntman no damage, he's continuing. So we'll fast forward once again to we're on board with N10, racing hard to catch up with the back of the pack so that we can release at the second Lesmo. We're already on lap 7 of 8, so we're pretty near the end of this race, and most of it seems to have been conducted under yellow flag, so we almost certainly won't get another yellow flag now. If there's an incident from now on, we'll probably have to continue the race under green. So Malada taking the restart once again from Slicker and Breaker gets an excellent start there. And he's tucked up in the slipstream behind Slicker. Here comes Slicker going for the pass, and Slicker through into the lead. We're going to ride on board with Hatcher now, down to Ascari, and that's Stuntman getting it wrong, getting a slide on and lifting out of the throttle after cutting the chicane, and that means Genovi's up to 7th, but there's a big gap between 6th and 7th, so it's going to be one of these 6 that wins, and at the moment it's Slicker, but there's cars on either side. That's it's Malada, Slicker and Breaker into the Parabolica for the penultimate time, and Breaker comes out in front from Slicker, and then a whole gaggle of cars. Rick is 3rd, Malada 4th, and Jordan and Hatcher, we're going to ride on board with Jordan. 5th place, and Jordan has been late on the brakes into this Retafilio chicane before, but this time, oh yes, he's going for it. Oh, and well, that was a bit rude, and I think he's pulling to one side to let Rick back past, but Hatcher got rather mugged there. Meanwhile, this is on board with Stuntman. He's behind Malada. Malada's dropped from 1st to 6th, although he's just past Hatcher, gone up to 5th, getting bump drafted by Stuntman, who squeezed between the 2 RX-7s, misses his braking point and runs into Rick. And Stuntman, oh well, that was rather embarrassing. He pulls off the track to let the field go through, but Jordan is in the fence. This is Jordan, and Jordan is out. So we're riding on board with race leader Scalebreaker, and he's pulled away. Slicker running 2nd. This is on board with Rick in 3rd, and he's under big pressure. First 2 have got away, but Rick is under big pressure from Hatcher, who cuts the chicane, goes up to 3rd. And so Hatcher up to 3rd place, but he's coming under pressure from Rick now. And Rick goes around the outside. We'll swap to the outside view for this, because Hatcher's coming under pressure from the ladder as well. Down into the Parabolica. Oh, and Hatcher's off! Oh, what a time to spin it. So Scalebreaker wins the race. There he goes, across the line. And behind him you can see Slicker, then it's Rick 3rd, Malada 4th, N10 5th, Genovi, Stuntman, Hatcher and Jordan. Right, I won't bother showing you the fastest laps because I don't think we had very many laps that went all the way under green. That's all pretty irrelevant. What a scrappy race. There'll be plenty of incidents and accidents to discuss in the paddock after that one, and let's hope we can have a bit of a cleaner race for round 10, which I'll be bringing you next week. Rounds 10, 11 and 12 from Motegi and the Nürburgring. I've been VR Stuntman. Thanks ever so much for watching this race. Bit of a shocker, plenty of bad driving, but I suppose we've had a whole number of great races recently, so bound to happen.